Raise your legs up into tabletop, hands at the side of your head. Now, all you're going to do from here is rotate. So you're basically bringing your chest to the opposite leg. So as you move in a diagonal, you're working across your oblique muscles. It's important that you don't pull with your hands. So your hands are just there to support your neck slightly. The effort is coming from your obliques and your abdominals. Now, just rotating faster for 10. By the end of those 10, you want to feel a good burn in your core. Now, from a tabletop position, extend your legs out straight. You're going to lower your legs down and then scoop into your lower abdominals as you pull up. So you want to get your legs quite low towards the floor. Ideally, legs quite straight. You can do this with your knees bent if you find that too difficult. Then raise your head and chest. So you're bringing your upper and lower abs into the exercise. Just extending one leg straight up towards the ceiling. Just looking to rotate your spine. Just give it a wee bit of a rest after doing more core exercises. So you bend your knee and then rotate back. So you're going to extend the opposite leg now up towards the ceiling and let your leg fall over to the opposite side, creating a nice big rotation in your spine. Your head turns to the opposite direction. And bend your knee and roll back into the center. Now you're going to position yourself here so that your bottom leg is behind you, top knee just resting in front, and you're going to work on your groins or inner thighs. So you're going to raise your leg up pretty much as high as you can, but without letting your pelvis twist or move. So you're really going to feel that down your inner leg. So you're going to start by just 10 lifts up, really squeezing that groin muscle, working it hard. On number 10, hold at the top, give it 10 wee pulses up, starting to feel that inner thigh or groin burn. Okay, so from here now you're going to just move into a plank movement. So in this plank movement, it's just a hold, okay? I want you to really squeeze into the waist area. I also want you to feel like you're really squeezing your inner thighs together. Here we're really working into your groins. You're just trying to maintain this for about 30 seconds. If you feel yourself sort of dipping down a wee bit at your pelvis, lift up a wee bit higher, squeeze that waist a bit harder. Try to keep your neck in line with your spine. Breathing remains nice and relaxed throughout. So you're going to go through the same routine on the opposite side. So again, you're going to start working on your groin and inner thigh. So you're just squeezing into that groin, lifting that leg up. All the effort on the inside of the leg. You may feel one side a bit different to the other. You may feel like you can lift one side higher. You might feel one side stronger than the other. And the aim here is that nothing else moves apart from that bottom leg. Everything else stays nice and stable. And 10 wee pulses to finish. Really squeezing into that groin muscle. Again, I'm just going to lift up into a side plank position now. Again, you can keep your top arm resting on your hip. You can reach it towards the ceiling, whatever feels most comfortable for you. The effort here is squeezing into that bottom waist muscle, really lifting up towards the ceiling. Again, you're aiming for about 30 seconds here. Keep squeezing into that waist. and relax. Okay, so from a 4-point kneeling, step one leg back and then the opposite leg back. So you're basically in a press up or high plank position. Now, the effort here is we're squeezing into our core. Then we're going to drop back down into a 4-point kneeling position with our knees further back. So you're basically in a mini plank position. Now when you rest one knee down and then the other knee down, I want you to feel like you squeeze your core 10 times harder when you're in this position. So you're really getting lots of effort through your tummy. And then when you lift up, it's a harder part of the exercise. You're still squeezing into your core. You're working a lot more into your shoulders as well. When you drop down, really squeeze your abs in this position. Don't let your bum stick out behind you. Keep the effort into your tummy. Okay, so just after that, you're going to sit into a shell stretch for a moment. Like you're lengthening your arms forwards as you really push your bum down onto your heels. Now we're going to add in some rotation now, so we're going to open up our chest. So from here you reach one arm out to the side to 90 degrees, then reach it up towards the ceiling. Really reach up and look back, trying to feel like you stretch the front of your shoulder and into your pecs. Now we're going to switch into a low plank variation of the last exercise. So you're on your elbows. Elbows would be directly underneath your shoulders. You're trying to keep your spine in a nice solid position. Lift up into a plank, then rest one knee down, then the opposite knee. Now in this low plank position on your knees, you're still really squeezing lots into your abdominals. So if your knees go too far forwards, it's going to be really hard to get that squeeze in your abs. So you're just basically setting your knee down, and then the opposite knee. You're staying in a mini plank position, so your pelvis, your upper body pretty much stay in the same position throughout. You're just switching from being on your toes to being on your knees. Really squeezing into your abdominals. As you're squeezing, you're keeping that breathing nice and relaxed throughout. You're just concentrating at all times on where you're feeling the exercise and trying to engage. So from here, you're just going to sit into a shell stretch, then into an extended position. Keeping your hands where they are, again, sit back into your shell. You're just getting that spine moving in opposite directions here for a wee moment. If you find that high extended position a wee bit too difficult, you don't have to push quite as high as I'm pushing there. Okay, so now in your in your press up position, bring one hand into the middle of the mat, rotate the opposite arm up towards the ceiling, and you're switching each time. So you're only going to hold up there for about 2 or 3 seconds each time. Now you're going to work quite a bit onto your shoulders here. Again, emphasis a lot on your abdominals. And like your side planks, it's going to work into your waist as well. You're going to aim here to do 5 of these on each side. By the end of the 10 movements, you should feel like your shoulders are quite warm. This is a bit of a tough one. If you find this is too difficult, you can do it on your knees as well. But just make sure you're in a plank position rather than a 4-point kneeling position if you're doing it on your knees. If you're on a mat, just sit give yourself a wee bit more room on the mat. So we're going to do a wee bit of just rolling like a ball. So your aim here is to roll back as smooth as you can, right up to your shoulder blades. And then when you come back up, you're going to try and stay in the same position. Try not to lose your legs. When you come up, you want to stop just before your feet touch the ground. So that's going to take a wee bit of control on your abdominals. The idea here is that when you roll back and when you come back up, it's nice and smooth. There's no speed bumps in the middle. You're just doing that to loosen out your back, plus work a wee bit of engaging into your core. If you can grab on below your legs, just kind of at your lower hamstrings, elbows touching the floor, and then try your best to straighten your legs as best as you can here. So you're going to feel a bit of stretch down through the backs of the legs. You're also going to feel that up along your spine. You can lean further forwards if you like. Okay. Now, from here, open up your legs wide while sitting tall. One hand on the floor, reach the opposite arm up, and you're just looking to stretch across your side. So you're opening up your waist. You're opening up the side of your ribs. Just a nice stretch along the side of your body. Breathe nice and relaxed throughout that stretch. Now you're going to turn. This exercise is called a saw. So you're trying to just push forwards like you're sawing off your small toe with your opposite hand to opposite foot. Rotate your body, then flex. Again, you're just sawing forwards. Trying to keep those legs nice and straight as you do that. Then just a flex forwards. So you can reach straight in front of you and crawl your hands along the mat. You can reach out and grab for your feet and pull your feet back towards you if you can reach them. Again, in this position, make sure your shoulders stay really relaxed. Try not to be tense. Okay, so we're going to go into another side plank variation here. So you're just lifting up onto your side plank, and all we're doing is we pulses up. So you're letting your pelvis drop down to about halfway, squeezing into your waist and pulling back up again. So you're aiming for 10 and then a 5-second hold. And then you're going to do the same on the opposite side. Again, you can do this on your knees if you find that quite difficult. Just really pulsing up, making sure that your bottom waist muscle is really working here. Sometimes it can be a wee bit uncomfortable on your feet if you can't get the mat underneath it properly. Just try and make sure you're in a good position to start, that your feet feel comfortable when you lift up. Okay. So from here, you're just basically trying to edge your tailbone as close to your heels as possible. You can pop your hands behind you, and you're just trying to sit until you basically get your tailbone touching your heels or as close as possible. Just depends how flexible you are in your hips. In that position then, you're working on just pushing your knees outwards. So you're going to feel that stretch backs of your hips and insides of your hips. Okay, now just going into a mermaid stretch. So you're going to get into a mermaid position. Rest your elbow down onto your mat and reach your top arm up and over. Now as you're stretching here, you're trying to push your right bum cheek down as much as you can onto the mat. Then you're going to rotate. Now in this position here, both elbows are on the floor. You're trying to curve your spine up towards the ceiling. Take your right hand and thread under. So You're really trying to drop that right shoulder, trying to feel like you're really winding your spine up, getting a nice big stretch in that upper back. Now go back to your first position. So again, push your right bum cheek down, really reach your right arm up and over your head. Create as much side stretch as you can. Now opening up your chest, reach back with your right arm. Feel like you're stretching through the front of your shoulder and into your chest. Now right hand grabs onto your right shin, left arm reaches up towards the ceiling, stretch across to the side. Both hands go on to the same shin. Your aim here is to rotate your body as far as you can to your right, and then you can take your right hand and reach it further back for a bit extra. Now just flip your legs off to the opposite side of your mat. Again, you're going to rest your right elbow down this time, stretch your left arm up and over. Keep pushing your left bum cheek downwards. So if you feel like your bum lifts way up off the mat, then you're not going to get much stretch. Rotate, both elbows are on the floor. You're curving your spine, trying to create like a bridge shape with your spine towards the ceiling. And left hand threads under, left shoulder goes down a bit. Feeling a nice big wind up in your spine. Again, just go back to the first position, stretching all the way down along your side. Keep pushing that left butt cheek down. Reach back to open up your chest. Look back at your hand. Now, left hand grabs onto left shin. Right arm reaches up towards the ceiling. Really side stretch. Both hands go back down onto the shin. Rotate left. And then for extra, reach left with your left hand. Try and open up the chest and keep rotating the spine. Okay, and then just standing up to finish. You're going to finish as you started the class with a roll down. So you're going to nod your chin forwards, let your body curl down. You're going to keep those legs nice and straight. And you're just going to let your hands hang heavy towards the floor. Feel like the top of your head's being pulled towards the floor. Just a nice relaxed stretch. From there, you're going to start to tuck your tailbone a wee bit. You're going to start to curl your spine back up from your lower back into your mid back. Shoulders roll back, head up tall.